Well, we're going to talk about sugar today. We all love our sweets, or at least many of us do. You know, whether it is pastries or muffins or cakes or not diet drinks, but drinks or ketchup, or let's just talk about sugar. Sugar is in almost everything, processed, and it's hidden and you don't even know it. And people, at least in the United States, eat lots and lots of sugar. But they have found that sugar and depression, gut health and depression, sugar and depression are linked. And guess what? They've done studies, and when sugar and other factors are there, people end up having more mental issues, depression particularly. But sugar does not only affect us in that way. And I am going to rush through this a little bit because there's so much to know about sugar. Sugar is not good for your body. We like it, but we don't need it. That's absolutely right. We don't need it. We don't need to be having as much sugar as we normally do. It says an average American consumes about 17.4 teaspoons of sugar per day. 17.4 teaspoons of sugar per day. The human body isn't even made to process that amount of sugar, especially the high fructose corn syrup. That's even the worst kind of sugar. But sugar itself is used by cancer cells to help them increase, to grow. It helps feed cancer and disease. And y'all have heard that before. A safer consumption of sugar would be about 25 grams per day. But sugar is toxic. Sugar is addictive, more addictive than cocaine. Sugar is also deadly. And unfortunately, we like it. Yeah, we do. We like to have it. Sugar is one of the most damaging substances you can ingest, and it's everywhere. Today, an average American consumes so much sugar, and it's way more than they used to, because in the 1700s, people consumed about 4 pounds of sugar per year. Yeah, I said per year. What's even more disturbing is that a lot of the sugar we're having is that high fructose corn syrup, which is it metabolized directly into fat. Yeah, so a form of sugar that you have, you wonder why I'm on a diet, except I have a few cheats here or there, or I'm not eating that much and I still keep getting fat. Well, part of the reason, besides metabolism and other things, is sugar. Sugar goes directly to fat. Yeah, especially the high fructose corn syrup. So what does that mean? It says that 3 times the amount of sugar is ingested for each of us in average, and some maybe more even. Now, what does it do? It overloads and damages your liver. Did you know it's like alcoholism to the liver? It can it gets shuttled by the organ, which tries to siphon it out, transport it, and it overloads your liver, and it can lead to that fatty liver, that cirrhosis type thing of the liver, just from sugar. That's pretty serious. Yeah, it actually tricks your body into gaining weight, and it affects your insulin and leptin signaling. It turns off your body's appetite control system, so you wonder why you're hungry? Sugar. Yeah. Sugar, it causes you to eat a lot more than you need to. It also causes metabolic dysfunction. So if you eat too much sugar, it causes symptoms known as metabolic syndrome. It includes weight gain, abdominal obesity, decreased HDL, increased LDL cholesterol levels, elevated blood sugar, elevated triglycerides, and high blood pressure. Also, your uric acidic levels, they get high, which puts you at risk for heart and kidney disease. It does. Hey, does any of this sound pretty serious? As Desiree said, yes, it is serious. So to me, when you hear about the non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, that's pretty heavy. It also, fructose can be directly linked and indirectly linked to your brain's hedonic pathway, and that creates dependence, which goes back to it being more addictive than cocaine. And Alzheimer's disease is another deadly illness that can come from too much sugar. Yeah, there are other factors, but look at sugar. Sugar can lead to hypertension. It can lead to lipid problems. It can lead to heart disease. It can lead to polycystic ovarian syndrome. well as the link to depression and other things, because good gut health affects your body more than anything as well. So we need to eat right. We need to eat right, folks. Now, I'm telling you, sugar is so addictive and you become dependent upon it and you don't even know. And for us personally, one of the best ways to detox and remove that addiction to sugar is a fast. If nothing else, do a Daniel fast for 3 weeks. Don't cheat. No breads, no pastas, no sweets. You stay on fruits and vegetables, legumes and nuts, and some whole grains maybe. But if you'll do that faithfully, your desire for sugar, it will literally be distasteful in your mouth. We've done that throughout the years. When we do a 3-week fast like that, the whole way we eat, our desire, the way that we eat changes. Also stay away from sweeteners. Did you know that one can of soda, or we call it Coke here in Texas, Coke is all drinks, but one can of soda has 39 grams of sugar, and it's so not good for you. Soda also leaches calcium from your bones and does so many other things. But we need to change the way we eat. Yeah. Joe says sugar gets the pleasure area of your brain going. And like you said, it's addictive like cocaine. Sugar. Think about this. How many people do we walk around in a society that is taking all sorts of meds for moods and behavior? Let's change our diet. Let's remove the sugar and see what happens. They've done that in mice and found what a great difference it makes. Hey, as humans, it's not a hard thing. And yeah, Amy, a 3-week Daniel fast, if nothing else. You can do another kind of fast too, but stay consistent for 3 weeks and your taste buds change and you have no desire for sugar. It becomes very distasteful. So what do you drink instead of soda? Well, you know what, folks? The best thing to drink is water. Just good old purified water. That would be good to get the addiction away. Anyway, there's a lot more to talk about for sugar, but we are on a tight schedule today. So if you guys comment, it has to be super short because we have to get to our news segment. So I know I'm limiting you. Do you have anything you want to say on sugar?
I just think that you make it sound like it has a mind of its own. It's almost like it's a satanic spirit that comes in and makes you do all of these things. I don't know why you're saying these things, because I love sugar and there's nothing wrong with sugar.
All right, Mark. Sherry.
I like sugar.
Did you have anything you wanted to say on sugar real quick?
Well, one thing is the studies show that high fructose corn syrup was introduced in 1970. Since 1970, obesity in the U.S. has tripled. It is directly linked to the high fructose corn syrup, and the body doesn't shed it like it would other things, and it actually causes insulin resistance, which is one of the biggest causes of diabetes now. And so they've seen a great increase in diabetes since they've had the high fructose corn syrup. And then another thing is, a lot of people don't realize, and I know you're talking about like the white granulated sugar and stuff, or sources of sugar. A lot of people don't realize that a lot of your root vegetables turn into sugar when you eat them. Carrots, potatoes, parsnips, these root vegetables actually, and actually I had my doctor tell me, he said, when you get a baked potato, he said, get that baked potato, put your butter in it and mix it all up and chop it all up. And he said, and then in your mind, see it as a bowl of sugar that you're eating, because that's what you're eating. That's what it does in your body.
As well as fruits, but
regular white potato.
Fruits have fiber in them that helps slow down the absorption of sugar. But if you have sugar problems, diabetes, you really should stay away from potatoes and grains and stuff like. And we talked earlier, I may do a segment on what I was telling you about.
I think you should. We're going to have a follow-up on this next week with Sherry. So thank you guys. Thank you guys so much.
We are richly blessed to bring you what we believe is the fullest, most diverse, yet up-to-date progressive teachings, discussion, and prayer programming you can find anywhere on this planet. Be sure to take the tour of the MessianicLambRadio.com website. I'm Susan Hoogie, thanking you for joining us on the Messianic Lamb Video Network.
Do not touch that dial. Do not click off that page. We are Lamb Radio.
And it's from Psalm 24. The earth is the Lord's, and all it contains, the world and those who dwell in it. For he has founded it upon the seas and established it upon the rivers. Who may ascend into the hill of the Lord, and who may stand in his holy place? He who has clean hands and a pure heart, who has not lifted up his soul to falsehood and has not sworn deceitfully. He shall receive a blessing from the Lord and righteousness from the God of his salvation. This is the generation of those who seek him, who seek your face, even Jacob. Selah. Lift up your heads, O gates, and be lifted up, O ancient doors, that the King of glory may come in. Who is the King of glory? The Lord, strong and mighty, the Lord, mighty in battle. Lift up your heads, O gates, and lift them up, O ancient doors, that the King of glory may come in. Who is this King of glory? The Lord of hosts. He is the King of glory. Selah.
Don't go away. Your show will start after a brief pause.